It is fight week for Mr. Shane Shaggy Robinson, who I have become very good friends with, and I'm delighted to be going out to Northern Ireland with him. As soon as you invited me out, I jumped at the chance, mate. So
Yeah,
I'm
man.
excited. I'm sure you are as well. How are we feeling, Mucker?
I'm good, man. Yeah, I can't grumble at the minute. Definitely not. All good.
So the typical question, Shaggy, how's training been going? How's this camp treated you?
Yeah, good. Again, not really any niggles through this one. I've just tried to manage my recovery a little bit better as usual. I'm getting a bit better right now, so I'm not spending as much downtime, if you like, pushing too hard and then doing myself in for the next couple of days. Little and
Yeah,
often,
so
little and often.
absolutely. So with that said, obviously age brings a lot of wiser head on your shoulders, and like you said, you manage your camps a lot better now. So what kind of things do you put in practice, Shaggy? Is it your diet? Is it your training methods? What sort of thing is it, mate?
Diet, training methods. Yeah, they haven't really changed a lot, to be honest. But I try and focus a little bit more on me supplements and then me on my recovery with hot and cold. You know, I ice up after sessions and then make sure I get the hot back on and then cold again, just to try and. So it's my knees more than I'm old now, aren't I? Getting on now. OAP the game.
Love it. But that's the way it's done, Shaggy. So it's the third time in Northern Ireland for you now, is it? Is it
So
second or third?
It's my fourth time going over to Northern Ireland, yes, but it's my third time on Lee Balmers' show on Fighters Fight Promotion, yeah.
Yeah, and what a great show it is proving to be. They're making waves, sanctioned by the Hybrid Boxing Organisation.
Yeah.
What attracts you to going out there, Shaggy? Why'd you keep going out there, Mucker?
I love it out there. I mean, I was lucky enough to get introduced to him by Steve Rourke with WCU beginning of last year, and we got a decent little crew of us just got the chance to go out, and we took it, and we settled in quite quick. To be honest, the locals took to us, and we everybody involved in the promotion are they're top people, and they know what they're doing, so we fit straight in. And yeah, it just went from there. Really got invited back for the next show, and this will be the third show on the bounce I've been over there to. So yeah, it's good. Welcomed, looked after.
Love it. And the events themselves, it's a beautiful venue. Let's just talk about the venue. And
Oh, it's
when you
amazing.
walk when you walk into it, like for you yourself, you get to do a ring walk in the place. So let's just
Yeah.
elaborate on the Tully Glass, man.
No,
What a venue.
it's absolutely awesome. The hotel itself, incredible to fight in, chandeliers. You know what makes me laugh is it's got cushions on all the seats for everyone to sit on. You know, you don't get that over here.
Yeah.
In the nightclubs and in the sports halls and stuff. You know, it's like going over and you're in a 5-star resort, fighting in a 5-star resort. So it's definitely a step up from. I mean, again, it's obvious, wherever we fight, it's good and it's welcomed, but there is another level definitely over there. It's a lot posher, if you like.
Yeah. Proper VIP treatment, Shaggy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And it's one of the best countries in the world, that wee country. And like I said, Lee Balmer is doing great things, and he's matched you again with another strong opponent, another rematch you're having, Shaggy. So let's just talk a little bit about the backstory and about your opponent, mate.
Yeah, me and Richard. First time I got invited over there was basically to fight Richard. Big guy, punches hard, very similar styles. Neither of us run away or back off. Yeah. We just go hell for leather. And I was lucky enough to get the decision last time, which again is a credit to Balmers shows. You know, for an Englishman to go over there and get a win on a decision just shows you that there's no bias. And if you do deserve the win, you're going to get the win. You know, which is why he is who he is, and why people are happy enough to go over there and have a little spin. And also in regards to with Hybrid Boxing Organisation getting on board with him as well and sanctioning some bouts, it just shows that he's where he belongs. You know.
Absolutely, Shaggy. Was the last fight with Richard in gloves?
It was gloved, yeah.
and this one is now in hybrid, isn't it? So still gloves, but it's the 8 Oz mitts. Do you feel at home in the 8 Oz gloves, Shaggy? Because you keep getting back out there, and I mean, this is going to be your third one in quick succession, man.
Yeah, well, you've seen both sides of it, haven't you, Dan? You know, you've seen me get wiped out, and you've seen me do it go the other way. So I feel that the smaller gloves, I started to get really comfortable in boxing gloves, so it kind of took the edge off it, and getting the chance to go out in hybrid and throw with the smaller, it brings the edge back, and it brings the excitement a little bit back. If I was maybe getting a little bit comfortable and not really bothered about being hit by them, you can't afford to not be hit by these, and you're not going to recover. You know, you're going to get wiped out, which I've shown that in the past, and like again either way. So yeah, it kind of brings the edge, it brings the fear back into it.
Absolutely. Now, with that said, do you think that will bring you the extra edge and put an extra fear into your opponent, knowing that you've got that little bit more experience in the smaller mitts?
I don't think he'd be scared at all, Richard. I know Richard. I've met him a few times now over there. We've had a few beers in the past, you know me, and I don't think he'd be scared. I don't think it'll bother him. I'd like to think he's ready. I know he'll be ready for it. But it's completely different in it. It's not obviously not bare knuckle, but it's as close as it's going to be.
Yeah.
It's as close as it's going to be before. So as soon as you step out of those gloves, as soon as you take them gloves off and you put them little ones on, even warming up, everything feels like it's going a million miles an hour compared to having gloves on. And even in 8s and 10s, you know, the big compared to these little things that you end up having on your hands, and you think, yeah, it's time to go, time to rock and roll.
Yeah, absolutely. I think scared is a bit of a strong word, but there's always that fear factor when you go into any fight.
Yeah, so definitely.
I just think it might bring that little bit of extra fear factor, which might prove good for Richard's side. So what would you be expecting from him? As you said, you fought before. So what are you expecting on Sunday?
Oh, I'm expecting him to come out like a lunatic. Yeah. I mean, again, we went for it last time. You know, we traded for 3 rounds, and I was lucky enough to get. I must have landed the more shots as far as the judges are concerned. You know, both of us came out of it pretty not unscathed, but we weren't smashed to bits. We give as good as we got to each other. So it was a good, entertaining fight, and that's fully what I'm expecting on Sunday. Come, you know, another good tear up.
Are you going for the knockout, Shaggy? Are you
I'm always going to go for the knockout, aren't I? Again, you've got to in these little gloves. You can't afford to. Again, in my last fight, I know Lewis kind of expected a 3-round war. You can't afford a 3-round war in them, because you just end up in A&E, you know. And I don't want that. I want to be drinking Guinness.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's it. That's it. That's why we've got a late flight back on the Monday. Look,
absolutely.
Yeah, but touching more on Fighters Fight and Lee Balmer sanctioning it, having it sanctioned with the Hybrid Boxing Organisation, who are absolutely doing tremendous things for the sport. Where do you think it's going to go in Ireland as it stands now? Because you've seen it grow from the beginning. Isles Fight League and Rory McCarthy have just set theirs up.
Yep.
So from an insider's standpoint, where do you see it going on those shows as well as on the UK shows?
It should take off just as much as it has here. You know, there's if anything, there's more people out there that want to fight in the smaller gloves compared to England. So I can't see any way but it going up and people wanting to be involved in it. And as long as the right people are involved already. Yeah. So as long as the right people are involved in the ring, then there's no reason why it can't go from strength to strength like it has in this country, especially over the past 2 years. It's absolutely flying, and partly down to bare knuckle as well. Obviously, that becoming more mainstream and being more accessible to everyone. Hybrid's going to be the same. It's obviously not as violent and crazy as bare knuckle, but it gives you that little glimpse into it, and you know, fights can end like that. But then you can also people, as we've seen in Liverpool just gone on Undeniable Fight Night. Yeah. There was wars all the way through. There was 5-round wars, and there was quick 15-20 second knockouts. You know, so I think It's going to suit Northern Ireland and Ireland as a whole, really. For the way they conduct themselves, they just love a tear up. You go and watch any of them unlicensed shows, especially Balmers show, and I had the privilege of going over with like the Gamble brothers in Londonderry earlier on in the year. Same crack. They've got loads of lads that just want to have a good row. So it should lend itself nicely to it.
Absolutely. I think you hit the nail on the head when you said it's the right people. So the right people, Mr. Stephen Rutley, Balmer, everybody working together, Rory, everybody coming in as a collective. Then it's the right venues, which they've absolutely pulled out all the stops with the venues. And then it's you guys, the fighters, the lifeblood of the sport, and all those ingredients mixed together. It's made a perfect recipe for a hell of a lot of success. But it's not just the fighting that you're involved with HBO, Mr. Robinson, undeniable Fight Night 3, as we've just touched on. You was the man in the middle.
I had to go, yeah.
Time. Yeah. So let's just talk about your experience there. And I know you've done it before with WCU and stuff, but this was your first time refereeing hybrid fights. Am I right in saying that?
It was my first time officially refereeing. So I've only refereed the odd white collar before.
Yeah.
So I'd not actually even done anything with WCU regarding refereeing. It was straight in at the deep end, if you like, with hybrid. So yeah, but it was good. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm more than happy to do it again. It's a different aspect, isn't it? It's a different aspect to being hit in the head all night instead of. And to be honest, that like I said to a lot of people, I actually moved around more in the ring than when I do in a fight.
See, it might even help with your own ring IQ, Shag.
There you go, just running, because you spend the night running around trying to stay out of the way. Whereas I just don't do that when I fight. I just get in the head a lot.
No, but from my perspective, I had the best seat in the house, and I thought your performance was 10 out of 10. So I just wanted to congratulate you on that, and I wanted you to review your own performance. How do you feel like you did?
I feel like I did okay, yeah. Although that's helped by the fighters, luckily enough, I knew I've worked with most of the fighters I ended up refereeing already, so they knew I'm not going to take no shit, and they were all respectful enough and did as they were told. I didn't have to do a massive amount, as in splitting up or telling people off and stuff. Everyone kind of looked after themselves and did what was expected on when they're told beforehand. So the fighters, if anything, need the credit because they made it easy on the night for me. Really, I didn't need to do a massive amount to keep them in check.
Yeah, absolutely. It was on the best behaviour.
Yes.
But the question is, are we going to be on our best behaviour this weekend in Northern Ireland?
I'm always on my best behaviour, Dan, especially when I'm on camera like this.
While we're on camera and just while we draw it to a close tonight, Shaggy, your sponsors and anybody involved on this journey, let's give them a shout out, Mucker.
Yeah, big shout out. Me, my sponsors make it possible for me to do on these little away days, helping me cover travel and car hire and bits and bobs while I'm over there. So I've got them on there. So it's Louis Downey, Ginger Builder, one of my #1 supporters. Merseyside Industrial Supplies, they sort out all my kit, all my training wear, and Ascend Business Coaching. Again, they help me. I don't make any money out of it. They just help me cover the odd trip like this. Sponsored by Terry Diamond as well, part of her fight team, and then Fortress Boxing, who helped me coach, who's part of my partner in the gym, Danny Gordon with the Fortress Army. So yeah, it's we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I feel very privileged that I'm coming out with the Shaggy Army for the first time. So thank you, sir. I'm looking forward to it.
More than welcome. And again, hopefully, I get even the first time I went over there, the crowd loved it. So hopefully this time I'll have a couple more support. I know obviously Richie Bamber's he lives in the town, and most of the supporters are there for him, if not all of them. But if from anything from the last couple of shows, we've always been welcome. So I'm looking forward to getting back over there again.
Yeah, absolutely. Being in the away corner means absolutely nothing to you, Shaggy. And I really want you to get the win because, as I mentioned on a previous podcast, if and when they do eventually sanction amateur titles, I'd love for you to fight for an amateur heavyweight title. Why not? Because you've been there, I think, and I think they're rewarding people in the correct way. So when it does happen, they reward people that have been there from the start, like yourself. So
Yeah,
you're definitely going to be in with a shout, and a win puts you in that category. Definitely.
yeah. Well, you never
I'm
know.
all singing and dancing for that.
And again, like, and everyone who knows me, I don't necessarily. I mean, a win, yeah, I'd love to win, and I go to win, but certainly don't go to fall over. But
Yeah.
that isn't why I do it. That isn't why I do what I do. I go to enjoy the journey from agreeing that fight, training for it, turning up and having a row, and then having a pint with them afterwards. It's all part of the journey for me.
100%. And I think from my perspective, just a little title, a little bit of extra recognition, just will make you feel that little bit extra special.
I mean, I'm not going to say no. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. I told you, I'm all for it. I will put this forward to the top dogs. Should Shaggy win, let's start sanctioning the amateur titles. Why not, man? But listen, Shag, I will catch you Saturday, mucker. Thank you very much for this evening. It's been fun to chat.
Absolutely. I will see you over the other side.
See you soon, my man.
Jabba.